Hello and welcome to your favorite show on Galaxy Universal Network, right here on Galaxy Social Trends with me, your boy Katleho Mogampanyane. Shout out to you. A special greetings to my brothers in Nigeria, Somalia, Sudan, and Ghana. You know, people are even singing these songs. And you know, guys, I am never ever alone. And today I'm with one of my new co-host, NOZIBELE, TYALANA. NOZIBELE, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Kat. I'm NOZIBELE TYALANA, and welcome to Galaxy Social Trends.
Yeah, guys. TYALANA has been behind the scenes. Yeah, she's been behind a whole lot of, all these pictures was on social media.
I'm the girl behind.
And then today she's actually in front of the camera. But without further ado, let's just go to today's headlines. We'll also be talking about Charlie Hebdo. There's a big story that's been happening all over. This Charlie Hebdo, the terrorist attack, it's actually been revamped right now. We'll actually be talking about that.
And next headline, we're going to be talking about More Fire soft drinks launched.
Yeah, we're also talking about CR17 actually catching Jerusalem fever.
We're going to be talking about the Katleho artist.
Yeah.
There was a protest happening in
Durban, rather. Let's just move on to the stories.
France begins its first major terrorism trial in 3 years on Wednesday as it seeks to come to terms with the bloody events of 2015. When Islamist gunmen and suicide bombers launched a series of attacks between January and November that left 149 people dead. That's a lot, people. Yeah. 14 alleged associates of the terrorists are charged with conspiring with criminals to prepare acts of terrorism or other crimes relating to a deadly raid on the Charlie Hebdo newspaper on January 7 that year. The killing of a policewoman the following day and the murder of 4 people at a Jewish supermarket on January the 9th. The attacks marked the start of a grim year of terrorism in France that culminated in the November assault on the Bataclan concert hall and other locations in the capital.
Yeah, so actually the one thing about this story is that these people actually want to post the same picture that led to a whole terror attack. So just to summarize the whole story. So what happened was the Charlie Hebdo building was actually attacked after they posted a very provocative picture of Prophet Muhammad, who is who's an Islamic founder, right? And then these Al-Qaeda-linked brothers actually stormed the buildings, actually killing people and even top writers of the Charlie Hebdo publication.
Yes, like quite a lot of people died.
Yeah.
And it's very alarming that they're also pushing the whole thing this year.
Yeah, so people are actually talking about that. You know what? People are saying, why are they provoking the same thing?
Because
150 people died, and the same magazine still wants to publish the same story, saying that it's freedom of speech and they can do what they want.
Yes, I think it also talks to that people don't want to be silenced.
Yeah.
Freedom of speech is for everyone.
Yeah, but freedom of speech should not hamper on putting people's lives at risk, because people actually die. So it's a very serious story, and I don't understand why they're still pushing on with this.
Yeah. I don't understand, because it's just so sad. A lot of people died.
Yeah, let's just move on to the next story.
DJ Sbu launched a hot new range of 12 soft drinks products from More Fire has hit the South African market, featuring fresh new flavors and a sparkling use of Katleho in the product names. More Fire, a black-owned beverage company in South Africa, has gained considerable ground in the African market since launching 5 years ago and is now established in the top-tier energy drink range by volume. Sbu Shonge, More Fire's Firestarter co-founder and partner with DJ Sbu, who boasts the designation Chief Hustler, had the aim of creating a strong and authentically African-inspired non-alcoholic beverages brand in South Africa and Africa with a strategic plan that comprises 4 chapters.
Yeah.
The new soft drink range, made to an exceptionally high standard, includes cola, which is named Seshimnyama, cream soda, which is Nomalizo,
and ginger beer, which is Ikhamere.
It's described as a true African taste that always screams oi oi when it goes down your throat.
Yeah.
There's Granadilla is called Slay Queen.
Yeah.
Grape is called Jovijo. And Iron Brew, it's Insimbi. Lemon is called Ipos Zonke. There's lemonade also, Ipotsoto. Leech, it's Akekukoko. Orange, it's Mzekezeke. Cocoa pine, it's yellow bone, and raspberry is Tomani.
Yeah, so basically what they were actually trying to do with these names, that they were trying to get, as people also say, this is also overselling it, because you know what, it's just to spark conversations on platforms like social media, right? So then what happens is that this this whole thing is just marketing itself, because people are going to talk about how these evocative these names are. I mean, you can just imagine we've got Ipanat or something that's called the yellow bone, and I'm sure it's going to be the favorite flavor of Tanda because we know this world and the slay queens. You know, it's just something that's just to make sure that people are actually talking about it.
You know, there's Coca-Cola.
Yeah, Isash, I don't think it's Tanda that much. Really yellow bone, because we know yellow bone. I'm sure you to I'm sure Nama price our funny, and people are also explaining with Nale orange is called Umzegezege because DJ Spoo used to wear orange, and at the time I saw Umzegezege.
The time he was not Umzegezege.
So yeah, the time he was or he wasn't Umzegezege. I don't know if he's made up his mind to say he was or he was not Umzegezege. But as we know, this thing it promises to be very successful, because we know DJ Spoo is a serious hustler.
Yes,
it's one person that we see on the street, even inspiring people, even on social media. It's called the hashtag DJ Spoo, where people actually describe their businesses and tell people what to mean have a business, and then he actually helps people promote businesses.
Is 5 years old this year.
Yeah.
It's like, that is quite a long time. It's made like a lot of success.
So have you tasted Imo Fire? Because I honestly, on a personal level, I haven't tasted any of his products. So what do you think of them?
I'm not a energy drink person.
So you're not keen anytime soon, maybe because man, you're saying about Mnyama and Sash, you know, maybe you want to relate.
Maybe I'll go to Sash because, you know, doing it for the dark-skinned girls.
Yeah, okay, let's just move. Still speaking on artists, let's just move on to the next story.
Yes, guys, a group of Durban artists went to the KZN's N3 highway today to protest against the lockdown regulations because it affects their livelihoods. The artists brought up a stage on the national highway and hosted a mini concert. The artist demonstrations are to highlight their plight during the times of COVID-19 and to voice out concerns over their hampered ability to make money as their finances have been affected by the lockdown regulations that states that there should be a limited 50 or less number of people at venues. Armed with placards, the group is demanding to be taken seriously by President Cyril Ramaphosa.
Yeah, so basically, again, we know that COVID-19 has actually hampered so many things that even these artists are just saying, you know what, every sector of the economy has been opened. We've had tourism sector, they went on strike, it opened. We've had people who were smoking that wanted cigarettes to come back, it opened. So many other sectors were open. So artists are still saying, you know what, why are we not open? Because even churches are allowed to, you know, continue. So why is the economy, why is that sector not open? Because right now we've got artists that are actually literally just starving. These ones that just took to the streets, but we're not going to listen to government, we want to take action.
But closing off the highway, it's kind of like,
yeah,
you know.
But you know, in South Africa, sometimes
yeah, but I get it, that they're trying to make a statement, you know, they want to be heard.
Yeah, but then the thing is they forget that sometimes just going against the law is not actually going to help your case. But if we even saw that police actually dispersed these people, rubber bullets, because last we saw, because it was actually live, and we actually saw people actually running away from rubber bullets. So imagine losing your life again. People are actually saying that this reminds them of the Americana massacre. So,
you know, so
yeah.
It's very interesting how people keep you know, doing this, using the same strategy to talk to the president, you know, because it's like a.
But don't you think it works in South Africa to protest? Because you know what, if you don't protest, no one actually listens to you.
But people lose their lives.
Yeah, and
so people need to learn, you know.
Yeah.
They need to learn, because the government really doesn't. You know, they don't respond when it's like that. They just send the policemen, and the policemen, they do their jobs.
They just do their job. They just shoot people. But actually, we actually have a clip of a small incident that was in Lapaya. So just check this out. Yeah, did you see that? People are actually running away. Imagine being shot while you're just trying to fight for pay. I mean, you have a right. You know what I mean? So imagine these people actually have families, they actually have people they are supporting.
Their parents. And
to actually be, you know what, you cannot work just because of COVID-19 while the economy is actually moving. We're on level 2 where we are still seeing people roaming the streets freely. So why can't they just let artists just, you know, make money?
Also, you know, just maintain the regulations, have 50 people, as they're saying, you know?
Yeah, so they can
actually do that. It makes sense thinking about it.
Yeah, so let's just go to a quick ad break, and when we come back, we'll actually be talking to one of the artists, Bega Lapaya, Andile Kanomachola, who's actually going to be telling us what happened and actually what transpired. So just, we'll see you after the break.
Feel the heat.
I love Adam Selman.
The girls are really thin. I think it looks very glamorous from the outside.
The life of a model in New York City.
There is such cool prints. So many.
You know, I'm buying this.
Look at me and all the selfie sort of thing. Honestly, I didn't really know that was actually a job. It just didn't occur to me.
Congratulations.
Feel the excitement. Feel the heat with StarSat. Feel the heat.
Chicken portions are an easy way to feed a crowd.
I've just started to incorporate all my ingredients.
We're going to put this inside of a hot cast iron skillet.
You want to really fill up on great protein.
It's now time to sample the chef's dish. Look at this.
I know.
Like that?
Feel the excitement.
The chicken is on the spot.
Feel the heat with StarSat. Feel the heat.
Do you dream of awesome cartoons filled with funny characters who go on extraordinary adventures?
Everybody ready?
Ready! Hold on, I'm coming!
This is absolute genius.
I'm on my way.
I'm ready. Titans, go!
Feel the excitement.
Like it? I love it!
Feel the heat with StarSat. Feel the heat. Feel the excitement. Feel the heat with StarSat.
Welcome back from the break. You're still with me, Katleho Mogampanyane. Shout out to you. I'm still on social trends with my co-host today, NOZIBELE, TYALANA. Guys, for those that missed, before the break, we were talking about artists, actually, heartful artists in South Africa that are basically saying, you know what, we want to bring back our livelihoods, we want to bring back money to our pockets. Because, you know, they've been stuck for so long since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic restrictions and all the regulations. So we'll actually be talking to one of the artists who was there. They were actually being chased by police. So just to hear more on the story, and we actually have a gospel artist who was actually at the scene. So I want to put the Andile Unjan.
Put Andile Kamajola.
Okay. Yes, I'm okay, my brother. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Yes, but we saw you, Lapaya, you actually live on Facebook, actually, basically bringing the story for us on your Facebook page. So we just want to see what transpired, because what we saw on our side was you just running away from the cops. You actually saying, you know what, ban Tubula, because you guys are just basically just fighting for your livelihood. So what actually transpired on the scene?
Yeah, basically, this has been long coming, because since the start of the lockdown, we've been trying to engage with authorities, you know, peacefully and as reasonably as we can. You know, trying to explain to them how difficult it is for us as the arts entertainment industry or the creative industry in this country, because we are one of the industries that really suffered, you know, in an immense way, because events were closed down, shut down. There was no movement. And it had come to a point where even the stimulus packages that were promised, some got, I remember, got 20,000. That was back, I don't know how many months ago. And, but, you know, how can one live, you know, on 20,000 for 8 months, especially because we have a department that is dedicated to us as the creative industry. And in as much as other sectors have got ministers and relevant portfolio leaders, we've seen health, we've seen social development, and all of them engaging with the people and trying to understand the plight that the people are facing, you know, currently at the moment. And with us as the creative industry, we've been asking, what is said about us? You know, every time the president comes to speak, He only speaks when unions of those sectors, they're either threatening that they will go on the street, they will down the tools, and then we'll see the president coming to say, guys, because of 1, 2, 3, 4, we close down the schools. Because of 1, 2, 3, 4, we'll supply PPEs and so forth. And with artists, nobody is saying anything to us. Nobody is saying, we understand that for 8 months there has been no job, and artists, some of them are losing their houses, losing their cars, losing their valuable assets, and it's painful. It had come to a point where really our hate, our anger, disturbance, everything had reached the brim, and we said we want to go on the street and cause a havoc so that they listen to us. Well, understanding that somebody may be saying, we were supposed to follow certain protocols. But, I mean, what can you do when you are hungry? What can you do when your kids are looking at you? You can't pay their school fees. Your wife and everybody looking at you, you can't provide for them. So what we did today was basically a way to show government, in fact, the president himself, to say enough is enough. As other industries, taxis have opened. They are taking 100%. Tourism industry is open. Many industries have opened. People running saloons, they touch each other at a close range. Why can't you allow to open events? One thing that puts food on the tables of artists. That was the main reason. And we had a shock of our lives, and a story that will tell generations to come, that at some point we're trying to fight for what rightfully belongs to us, but we were chased away with tear gas, and some of us were shot, some of us are bruised right now. As I'm talking to you, we are just in the middle of nowhere, and we are about to go to Westville prison and get some of our comrades, over 15 of them that have been arrested, and their cars confiscated by the state for the reason of contravening the act. They're saying we're not supposed to block the road, but that was the only way we could get them to listen to us. Basically, that's what happened today.
Manje Puti, we also hear that you guys actually held a short concert. I'm not sure if the reports were right, that there was a short concert. What was the thinking behind that, and what was the reason for that mini concert, if there was?
It wasn't really, basically, it was our way to show that what we want government to open its events. So one of our, our guys in KZN who does most, events technical for most events in KZN, Aeon Entertainment, provided us with its.
Okay, I think we just lost Uputi Lapaya. But what he's basically saying, you know what, these people actually had enough, or he's actually back. Or he's actually back. You can continue, Puti.
Sorry about that. That sort of mini concert was a way to say to the government, this is what president we wanted to open. And we had a hashtag and a placard that were written #Vula President. And we're so grateful that right now #Vula President is #1 trending in the whole country, because we made we sent a message to government that enough is enough. Please, we're not asking for 100%. We're asking at least open 70%, so that we make a little bit of money and get our economy back on track. The creative industry contributes immensely to the GDP of this country. We cannot remain closed, because the value chain of events, you're talking your stage, your lighting, graphic designers, dancers, performers, wardrobe artists, everyone, even you guys, when we come to you to advertise our events and all those things. So the whole value chain discriminates everyone that should be in the industry right now, practicing their legal right of earning a salary.
Seems like the connection is really bad.
Again, the connection is really bad. But again, this is just what we're actually talking about. People have actually had enough. I mean, we had like 8 months or 9 months of COVID-19. Okay, Puti, you are back. I actually want to ask you to add on what you were actually telling us just now. Do you think you're going to connect Nabantu Base Goli, because this was in Durban, right? Do you think it could be a nationwide artists to actually protest and block actually roads in maybe 9 provinces, not just in KZN, because it now seems like Abantu Base KZN is actually looking for help. So we actually want to make a bigger protest maybe across the country, just to make sure what the government actually listens?
You know, I'm so happy you're asking that question. There were actors there. There were dancers. There were musicians. We are representing the whole industry or the whole creative industry in South Africa. Just that it so happened that we were rather, you know, the bold ones to say, let's act first, you know. And we are not saying other provinces or artists in other provinces must do the same, because we believe that the government is right now about they can see that the industry is suffering, and the message we wanted to send was that please open events. Unfortunately, some of them got hurt. I mean, that's what happens in such things. We were coming honestly and innocent to them and saying, listen to us. As a result, they have not received our memorandum. We still want to send our memorandum to the president. We wanted the president, if the president would not come to us, we wanted at least the premier to accept the memorandum so that they can read what was it. Because we've been trying to communicate with them, but nobody is willing to attend to us.
Yeah, I think
I'm just wondering if this was just a one-day protest, or is it just going to be ongoing if the president does not respond?
You know, we you know, by the way things happen or took place today, we know that they will listen. If they don't listen, we will push until they listen. Because let me tell you, my sister, today is the 2nd of September. Somebody got paid on the 30th. Artists don't have anything. Somebody will get paid on the 15th of September. Artists are not getting anything, and it's going up to now. The events, annual events, that should have started marketing and advertising. You know, it would be better for us if we're waiting for a vaccine that is set to be introduced in the country, maybe somewhere in October. We'll know how to plan. Right now, we're waiting for something we don't know. You know, soccer, the league has opened, games have opened. When people celebrate goals, they hug each other. You know, they hug each other.
They forget.
We can't open events. It's unfair.
It really is unfair.
No, but thank you for your time. Thank you for that. Hopefully, government is actually listening, and he is listening, and we all know that was listening. Thank you for that beautiful interview, Puti. Hopefully, we're going to get back to you in maybe 2 weeks' time just to hear what is there an update, was a memorandum received, and just the progress. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the opportunity you are providing us. We shall never forget that you were part of our struggle. You were part of, you know, advocating for the rights of artists. And we just want to thank you for just picking it and putting it for the viewers. We would request everyone, please use this hashtag.
Hashtag
Use
Vula.
the hashtag, yeah.
Hashtag Vula. Thank you very much. We'll also be going to just a young break so that when we come back, we actually have an in-studio guest. Yeah.
We're going to push the hashtag.
Thank you, Put.
Thank
you very much.
You.
Sure. We'll be going to a quick air break, as I was saying. We actually have an in-studio guest who's actually going to be talking to us about, you know, how female rappers, you know, sometimes people think people undermine females, right? So can you imagine being female and young? So how do you think they are treated in the industry? We'll actually be talking about that after this.
All right.
The power to defeat coronavirus is in our hands. Play your part by following these 5 basic precautions. Regularly wash your hands with soap and water or sanitizer for at least 20 seconds. Maintain a safe distance of at least 1.5 meters from people around you. Wear a cloth mask at all times when in public. Always cough or sneeze into your elbow or tissue. If you're an employer, screen your employees daily for symptoms of COVID-19 and where appropriate, refer for testing. Working together, we can beat the coronavirus. A message from government.
Feel the heat.
Just watch this. Let the pictures tell you everything.
It's all the way through.
Oh, what about that? That was really special.
Feel the excitement. That was delightful. Feel the heat with StarSat.
The day will come when these measures are no longer needed. Until then, however, we must ensure that all our people receive adequate support. We look ahead to a better future. I have faith in the strength and the resilience of ordinary South Africans who have proven time and time again throughout our history that they can rise to any challenge that is presented to our country. We shall recover. We shall overcome.
Welcome back from the break. Like we promised you, we're going to be actually having a beautiful interview with Unarina Shirley. Shirley, we've been saying your name wrong. Just welcome to Galaxy Social Trends.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Shirley, you're a rapper, right? I mean, at a very young age, now. How did you even get into this? What happened?
Well, honestly, I've always been inspired by my mom. I come from a very musical family.
Okay.
Even my father. So, yeah, I just discovered that I have a talent going forward.
What inspired your name? Unarine?
The stage name.
The stage name. How did Rene Tufab? How did it come about?
Rene Tufab, I took it out of my real name, Unarine.
Okay.
Unarine, Rene.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I decided to just put some juice to it.
Okay, we hear that you're from a musical family, right? I understand that, but how do you think your family feels about you going into the rap game? I mean, we know how females are actually portrayed, especially in the rap game, that it is into rap, you gotta be wearing something that's, skimpy or something. So how does your family actually feel about you actually doing rap?
They're actually good. They my huge supporters, especially my dad. He's always on some, there's a competition here, there's do this, do that, everything.
Yeah.
Una, in light of what is happening with the protest, the protesting artists in KZN, how has COVID-19 changed your career right now?
Well, it's honestly limited my movement, since we were in lockdown. And for somebody like me, I do not have studio equipment at home, so I'm used to traveling far to record. So I even had a mixtape that I was planning to drop around September, but I was not able to do that due to COVID, and I couldn't record and stuff.
Okay, so let's just take it back to maybe post COVID-19, right? You're a young and upcoming rapper, right? You know how people actually exploited in this industry. I mean, you're very young, you're only 19, and you're a female. So has there been any incidents where you felt like, you know what, you don't want to do this rap thing because we can see people already want to take advantage of you, especially the big names in the industry. So has there been an incident where you're just like, you know what, I'm just going to leave rap?
No, in fact, that actually pushed me even more, to prove something to these critics. I was like, I wanna change that.
Yeah.
I really want to change that, and I believe that there's also a lot of young female rappers like me who are afraid to get into the music industry because of such things.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, and just who do you look up to? Sorry to cut you off there, but who do you look up to in the South African rap game? I mean, there's not a lot of female rappers that people actually know of besides someone that you said you actually liked, Upoiti. You actually even said you want to work with Upoiti. But do you have any other people that you feel like, you know what, these people don't even maybe get the recognition they deserve? Yeah.
Gigi Lemaine.
Yeah.
Gigi Lemaine. I think she's really good. She's really good. I feel like she should have been bigger than somebody like Nadia Nagai.
Okay.
You understand? So yeah, Gigi Lemaine.
So did you start doing like hip hop? Did you start doing maybe choral sounds, or were you singing?
I started by singing first. I started by singing before I realized that actually rapping is my strong point.
Do you write your own music?
I write my own music.
Yeah.
How is that? She's a
So what else do you do besides maybe rapping? What else are you good at? Do you sing? Do you play the guitar? Or do you produce? I mean, sometimes you gotta be versatile in this rap game to actually survive and not just a rapper. So what else do you do?
I have a bit of vocals.
Do you want to just hit us?
Normal.
Do you want to hit us with something maybe? Do you want to hit us with just a young line or two that you know what people are going to be like, you know what, Renee, no, sigbonile. Sorry to put you on the spot, but we just want to hear something, Yana. Just 2 chords or 3 bars, anything that you can right now. Don't be shy.
Yeah.
Okay. I know a place I can always run to in times of distress, confusion and fear.
Woo!
Yeah.
Wow, that was beautiful.
It's really beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, Una, what would you like to say to a young girl who's looking up to you right now and really wants to do hip hop?
Well, what I can say to you is do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
Don't listen to anybody. Do what makes you happy, because you don't owe anybody anything.
Yeah.
You will never know what you're capable of, you know, because nobody knows the future. You could be the next biggest thing out there without even expecting it. You know? You don't want to find yourself like 5 years later saying, I should have done this, I should have done that. Just do it right now. Take that
Renee,
risk.
thank you very much for those beautiful, beautiful words. I mean, the guys on the technical side are even telling me, NOZIBELE doesn't want to close the show today because she's just enjoying being on the show. But Renee, thank you for your presence.
Thank you.
NOZIBELE, thank you for the visit too, guys. That was Galaxy Social Trends with me, your boy, Katleho Mogampanyane. Shout out ATL. I'm greetings to my brothers in Nigeria, Somalia, Sudan, and my cousins in Ghana, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Screw.